In Mark chapter 16, we see where Mary and the women, they were on their way to the tomb of Jesus to spice his body. The question was asked, who will roll away the stone for us? And I am thinking today, it's Resurrection Sunday. And I too have stone in my life that needs to be removed. And the question is, who shall remove the stone for us, for me? You might have stones in your life as well. Things that are hindrances, obstacles, blocking your progress. And you're wondering who will roll away the stone. One of the things I really love about the women, because if you should consider the history, of that time and the tomb and the stone, theologians will tell you it would take like 20 men, the strength of 20 men to remove the stone. This is harder than carrying a casket, because we see the 6 men take a casket. 20 men to roll away the stone. And this was like 3 women heading to the tomb to spice the body of Jesus. They loved him. And there are so many takeaways from this chapter, just a lot. I couldn't get into it all. But I'm thinking, the body of Jesus, 3 days in a tomb, and these women, their love still compelled them to go spice him. And I'm thinking that the disciples, the men, were not there. They were probably locked in by some stone themselves. But they were not there. But the women were on their way to spice his body. Pay attention to the people who, when it seems like you're dead, they're still coming with a sweet scent, with spices, with sweet words, with words of encouragement to your tomb. Because you might think you're dead, but you're being planted. You might think you're buried and it's over for you, and your business and your life and your job and your ministry is dead and buried. But you're just being planted. And these women must have remembered when Jesus said, except a grain of seed should fall to the ground, of wheat, fall to the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it falls and die, it will multiply and bring forth much fruit. And that's exactly what Jesus was doing. He died so he could multiply, and we are his fruits. I want to encourage you today that even though you do not have the answer, and you do not know how things are going to work out, and you don't know how it's going to be, and the stone, it's bigger than you alone could manage. But there is a miracle waiting for you because of your faith, because of your loyalty, because of your dedication to God. Even in death, these women were dedicated to him. They were loyal to him. And to think that no one is worried that when we go there, you might be rotten, the stench, none of that hindered them. None of that prevented them from going to the tomb to spice the body of Jesus. At a point like that in our lives, most people would tend to stay away. We wouldn't hear from them. The text messages would stop. The emails would stop. The phone calls would stop. But these women, they were on their way to spice the body of Jesus. Beautiful passage with great insights that life will always be life in. But there are some that will stick with you in life, and there are some that will stick with you even in death. Even when it appears that you are dead and it's over for you, because these are divine connections. These people are divinely connected to you. He is not dead, I'm happy, but he is risen. He is not dead, but he is risen. And because of their faithfulness, their loyalty, they were able to witness a great miracle. You're wondering who is gonna roll away this stone for you. This stone that is blocking you, preventing you, hindering you. You're wondering how it's gonna be moved. But keep going forward. And even though that was their question, it never prevented them from going. They kept going forward. They went to the tomb without knowing if or how it was going to be rolled away. Keep going forward. You may not know if right now, you may not know how, you may not know when, but take a lesson from these women. Keep moving forward. Even when others are hiding, the disciples are locked away, and they're probably still mourning, and you're mourning, but you're still heading towards the tomb. You're grieving, but you're still headed towards the tomb. Tears are rolling down your face, the silent tears, the pain in your heart, but you're still headed towards the tomb, because the stone has to be rolled away. They were not worried that the soldiers would arrest them. They were not worried about the criticism that they would face. They were not worried about the suffering for still supporting Jesus, even though evidently he is dead. They kept moving forward. I want to encourage you today, with all the obstacles that you're being faced with, the hindrances, the hurdles, the stones that are there to prevent you going forward, just keep going forward. One step, one day at a time. Because guess what? Like these women, they went and they experienced a miracle. There is a miracle awaiting you. God bless and happy Resurrection Sunday.